Hello everyone, this is Mazaluk, and welcome to the 21st battle of the Promethean Directive Season 2, where we have Desdiv Alpha from Zaftra up against Fleet 1 from Krasnar, with the former just in front of us and the latter over yonder. Zaftra use two distinct design aesthetics, oh goodness, one of which is these older, like, bluish icy kind of craft, and then one of which is the canonically newer, more traditionally designed craft, like this one. This cruiser, the Plumbum, is not looking good. Am I not streaming? That would be really fun. Oh, 13 pings, that means I'm not streaming. Okay, I'm now streaming. Yeah, if I tab into Discord and I see 13 pings, that is either about 8 hours has gone by, or 8 seconds has gone by and I'm not streaming. Yeah, you are of course welcome to unmute and tell me if I'm not streaming. Otherwise, it's either that or a Steam notification. I don't look at Discord while I'm gaming, or while I'm recording like this. Well, back to the battle at hand. The Plumbum is really worse for wear, 68%, with the allied destroyer Recordny at 92, and all of the enemies are above 98%. Their damage has been negligible. Something tells me they've just got much more powerful guns, or more guns. What is... Is that pole deck armor? Interesting. This is the enemy cruiser. Looks like a heavy cruiser. The Larnorst. And these are the destroyers, so they're a little bit wide beamed to be typical destroyers. Oof! Rest in peace to the Recordny, which is capsizing, and to the Plumbum, which is about to despawn by damage. So it looks like Fleet 1 will be, from Krasnar, will be pulling through on this one. Just gotta wait for these two to finish taking damage and despawn, which I suspect will not be too long. I'm no expert on ships, but this is not where you want your torpedoes to end up typically. I suspect that would probably get you berated if you're a torpedo officer. Yep, there you go. The Plumbum has despawned, and now it's just the Recordny getting mauled for the remaining time. Yikesers. Yep, one destroyer at 96, which had its front turret cap shot off, and then the other two at 99, and the cruisers at 98. Let's get a final inspection of them. So yeah, one is missing the front gun. That's the cruiser with negligible damage prior to the superstructure. This guy is despawning. And then here's another destroyer. Minimal damage. And the third one, also minimal damage. Okay, that is it for this battle. Thank you all for watching, and we will end it here. Hello everyone, this is Mazaluk. Welcome to the continuation of Battle 21. Now that the naval side of the battle has been resolved with Krasnar victorious, they have commenced with an amphibious assault of these 10 tanks in the foreground up against 9 tanks and 2 SPAA in the background. Hopefully the fleets don't totally kill target prio. It looks like the fleets have totally killed target prio. Why don't people make their stuff target the closest thing? Those fleets are miles off. Well, we'll see. Well done. This tank commander's very enthusiastic about his turns. Now you may notice, if we look at the two sides, that these tanks look awfully similar. Except these guys have ERA bricks. I love the detail on both of these tanks. They're really cool. And these little SDAA guys. This looks like it could be a real military unit, especially with that big radar up front. I think top side view will be our best bet. They are really getting intertwined with each other. It's 10 versus 11 units, so they should be pretty similar in number as time goes on. 11. Yeah, no casualties thus far. Although, are we getting a ramming over here? Kinda looks like it. You know, normally it's slightly difficult to tell nations apart in a battle. Here it is very difficult. These are opposite sides right here, these two tanks. And they both appear to have lost their barrels. That was funny. The world's lowest muzzle velocity shot right there. Oh, another tank ram. People with tanks need to make sure they've got rubber on their corners. Some of these guys might actually, because those rams haven't done much damage. But they can still pretty easily, like, clip barrels. Let's ride with a missile, see what it gets up to. Total whiff. These are not optimized for hitting tanks, apparently. Who would believe it on anti-aircraft missiles? Though I would have thought that if you can hit a plane, you can hit a tank kind of deal. Just like dodging wrenches and balls, you know? Oh, we've got one that is kind of in the water, but it's trying to get back on land. This is remarkable, given our past history that I've mentioned before of things going into the water when they shouldn't. I like that the ERA plates are actually, the decos are actually bound to, I assume, a real ERA or a pleek, given how they're able to get knocked off one or two at a time. Oh. He saved it. This is truly going to be one of the battles of all time. The only units you can tell distinct from each other are the anti-aircraft ones. Which, this driver is very impressive. He is not bound by drag when it comes to his maneuvers. He's just drifting all over the place. This captain's like, so yeah, we are a long-range anti-aircraft unit, but we are going to drift so hard those tanks can't hit us point blank. Trying to check out the damage. None of it's too crazy so far. I feel like no one has super powerful guns here. Or at least not powerful enough to one-tap like we've seen in previous battles. And among the damage being taken, it seems like barrel damage is fairly common. Let's just sit with this SPAA and see what happens. Yeah, huge missiles are allowed and they're not considered nuclear or anything. Let's see how those ships are doing. 96, 99, 96, 99. So the cruiser has taken some more damage from the tanks. Let's go. Oh, decent damage. Check him out. It's a little bit down by the bow with some minor buoyancy issues, and that was close to a turret kill, I reckon. Oh, I guess it's ejector, so it wouldn't have been a turret kill. But that's turret damage, I reckon. Hard to tell if this is just an inefficient Tetris or if clips have been lost. But there's some damage there, given that one barrel is now below gauge. And this one's taken damage too. Possibly at the neck level here. Or just below it, yeah. I would recommend building some better looking deco shells for these caps, by the way. Some other units look good, and the superstructures are pretty good. But those caps are kind of yikes if you're going for a realistic look. This tank is single-handedly dueling multiple naval warships and is coming off not too much the worse for wear, but he's definitely damaged. Soviet tanks are pain. I feel like everyone's just like slightly damaged and no one's actually been killed. Right? Like let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, no one's dead yet. Come on, guys. We need more DPS. The game is running somewhat slow, but it's only half speed, so we can do better. They're just being too busy drifting to actually bother hitting anyone. JCAV is going to join me all here instead of helping Deco. After this battle, there is only the Mandate versus VBR battle, which will be the last one under the flag of Mandate. Ooh, that is not the part of the turret you're meant to see, you know? I'm no expert on tank turrets, but usually like to keep that stuff pretty covered. Still no killed tank as far as I'm aware. Some are down to like 80%. 78 might be the lowest of all of them. Another tank with a now see-through turret. I wonder if they just have a bunch of decos bound to a single block. Or what's the issue there. Or if they actually are taking a ton of damage. They might have like a duct or something on top. That'd be interesting. Oh, your naval warships are probably now going to be totally occluded from fighting by those hills. Hopefully it doesn't ground itself. It's trying to turn. Will it be in time? Nope, nope, not after that last rudder movement. very minor grounding. No damage, it looks like, which is impressive. And fortunate. Oh, tanks, why did you have to sail into the hills? Now you're never gonna kill each other. Okay, the lowest health one is a 72. Oh, man. Woohoo! And those destroyers, so the destroyers are 99, 95, 99, and then the cruiser's still at 96. Hope one of the SPAA's taking decent damage, the other one's doing better than most of the tanks. Yeah, this is going to be a long tank battle unless we decide some other resolution to it. Let's see, are these going to be friendly or enemy tanks? They do not have ERA, so they are friends. They're going to fight the ships with their guns that are barrel shortened. I feel like only a tiny percentage of the tanks actually have barrels left. We've so far seen 1 out of like 5. 1 out of 6. 2 out of 6. 2 out of 7. You look subcaliber. We'll call that 2 out of 8. 3 out of 9. 3 out of 10. Where are the other guys at? 4 out of 11. 5 out of 12. 6 out of 13. 6 out of 14. 7 out of 15. More or less. So less than half of the tanks still have barrels. I know my count was horribly wrong. Yeah, it's like a third to a quarter of them still have barrels. If either side wants to issue a retreat order and spare us from this agony, you are welcome to. Because normally the retreat rules are if you want to retreat and you get beyond like 3 kilometers, but if both sides have like 0 DPS and no one's been killed in 10 minutes of fighting, then that is also a valid condition for me letting one side or the other retreat. I'll give those guys another minute to negotiate and chat about what they want to do. Are both sides happy with returning their tank forces to the place they attacked from? Looks like JCab is on board. Let's see if Question Master is as well. Okay. Both sides will retreat to their respective bases and repair their damage. Or maybe get scrapped for uselessness, like Hitler's surface fleet after they failed to sink some convoys. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hopefully we have more exciting battles in the future.